Good morning everyone, welcome to Hunky Dory TV for our Super Savers Thursday show. Can you believe it is nearly the end of July? Like, what is happening with the world? But the end of the month means Super Savers, and Super Savers is always the best time because we bring you absolutely awesome prices on essential products. So stay tuned because we have up to 50% off 25 different products, including adhesives, storage and loads more. So make sure you stick with us to get all of your savings in. All of the deals are available until Sunday at midnight, and with every order that you purchase you are still going to get our Holly Jolly incredible element sheets, 50 characters across both sheets, and they're going to be in every single order you place until we run out, basically. How exciting is that though? Free with every single order, so make sure you're adding in bits and pieces. I'm not on my own today though, of course. It couldn't be a Super Savers day without the super team. Emily is back with us. She's had a couple of days off. Hello Emily.
Hi.
And over in the demonstration station, Becca is back.
Good morning everyone.
This is going to be a fun show.
I think so. We've got loads of goodies.
We actually do have so much to get through. So without further ado, let's have a look at this week's Win It Weekly. It's a really good one this week. You're going to win this super storage case. You get the whole case, and included you've got 6 of your incredible storage boxes to hand for you. Perfect for so many things. We're going to run through most of them on today's show as well. 5 lucky winners. We are asking you this week a very fun question. Are you ready for this one? What is the highest price a Barbie has ever sold for? Is it A, $122,755? Is it B, $302,500? Or is it C, $189,000? No matter what the answer to the question is, that's a lot of money for a Barbie. But like, share and comment for your chance to win. And there were so many different answers as well yesterday, which is always fun. Right, shall we get straight to it? Because we did say it was jam-packed, and there is a huge list of products on here today. Starting off with, I love this noise.
Oh,
our finger daubers. You get 40 of our incredible finger daubers in this super cool case, so easily organised and stored together. It should be £19.99, but not this week. Until Sunday you can get this for £17.99. That's £10 off on that incredible
10%.
10%. I read the wrong thing.
Don't be giving everyone £10 off.
10%. 10%. But it's incredible products. I use these all the time since we've got them in. I don't understand how we lived without them before. They're so cool. Then we have a great selection of deals on our ink pads. Firstly, we have our Shimmer Prism ink pads. These are those ink pads that have that really nice sort of shimmer effect to them. They are beautiful. You can choose from a variety of our ink pads. They're just £1.99 each now, and they should be £2.99. So that's an incredible saving of 33% as well. If we're looking at ink pads though, an absolute deal that we have for you is on our ombre ink pads. Our ombre ink pads, whew, look at that price.
Ooh.
They should be £5.99 each, but they're £2.99. So for £2.99 you're getting 3 different shades of ink colours, and we have them in a variety of different colour tones as well. You're going to get yellows, we have oranges, we've got the beautiful purples, the greens. You can get that in red, blue, pink and brown. So many different colours to choose from. So you're essentially going to have the ability to get so much more with this because of the fact you've got 3 different colours in one ink pad. £2.99 if you want to get your Prism Ombre ink pads. And if you're getting ink pads, there is one thing that you have to add to your baskets, and that is our incredible,
Woo!
mega storage caddy. Look at that price. £29.99. This should be £40, and it's an absolutely incredible piece of work. You get your full case in here, which you can open up and lift out, pop that back down, and you've got all of these incredible little storage boxes which you can fill up with all of the good stuff. We've got some of our incredible prism powders in here. We've got dyes in here, gemstones. We've got ones that have foam pads in, ribbon, and your gorgeous gilding flakes. 6 of our ink pads, whether you're getting our normal tones or our shimmer ones, will fit in here. 2 of your ombre ink pads will fit into one of these boxes as well. So if you're thinking, I really want to grab some of these deals today, but I need somewhere to store them all, then look no further than this mega storage caddy, because it is absolutely awesome. And you get 16 of these incredible boxes. So if you're someone who crafts on the go, likes to craft at craft groups, and you need something that's super sturdy to keep all of your bits and pieces in, this is the way to go. £29.99. Now if you want to stock up on those little boxes, because they do come in super handy, then you can buy them separately. You get 3 in a pack. This is an awesome deal. This is
such a good deal.
That is phenomenal. £4.99 for 3 of those storage boxes. These work for so many things as well. I actually need to grab some of these because recently I've found lots of gel nail polishes just all around the house in random places. But if I had something like this, I could keep them all in there.
Yeah.
They would fit perfectly in there, and then I know where everything is. £4.99.
I love that they're clear as well.
So good. Yeah, because
just
you
see
know
what's in there.
So when you've got your bigger cases, or whether you've got your smaller cases, you can see through them. And they're perfect for so many different uses as well. Maybe you just want to store up the toolbox or the shed, and you wanting to like have something that you can label up with, maybe like screws, nuts, bolts.
Yes.
You're gonna these are absolutely perfect, not just for crafting, but for everything that you might need in the house. Okay, Becca.
Yep.
We're going straight over to you,
Yay.
and I believe you're going to show us some techniques.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to get our finger daubers. We're going to use those shimmer ink pads. We're just going to use all sorts. So let's go. Right. So I have my gorgeous finger daubers here. So I'm going to get those out because, yeah, we are going to go through a few more techniques. Now, we have gone through techniques before, but I still think there's so many that you can kind of expand on them. So we've got some cardstock. So I'm pretty sure I've got another piece here. Bear with. Yeah, we've got a few little bits of ink me here. So we've got a mass, we've got some bits and pieces on here. So we're going to just get a few colours out. Let's start with maybe just literally getting one out. Let's grab some inks as well. And we'll just kind of show you kind of how they work. So let's get these out. So we'll go with our... Let's go with our orange zest on our shimmer ones, and £1.99. This is ridiculous. So what we'll do is we'll just load up our finger. So I mean, look how much pigment that has picked up already. And these are, you know, mine are quite old now, but they've still got so much pigment on them. So like I say, let's just go straight in. So if you want to just use them, you just pop your finger in them, and then you would just use them like that. So you can obviously build that up. You've seen me do this technique before, so we won't spend too long on this, but obviously you can make your super cute little like polka dot patterns, your bockers, everything like that. Let's grab our yellow. Obviously if you want to do something a bit more close together, get that really nice shadow effect in there, you can do that. Obviously you've seen me do that, but that is just how you do that. Obviously if you want to kind of ink your edges, you can just sort of brush that against it. Now we've had this for a really long time with our normal blending handle,
but sometimes it just goes over the edge far too much, doesn't it?
Like if you just want to just run it down the edges. So let me get a blending tool, like an actual full size one, and you'll see the difference. I'm sure I've got a handle in here. Yeah, I do. So this is our just normal blending handle, which is great in itself. We absolutely love them. But let's just sort of go in with that orange zest. And I mean, Obviously you can put it right to the edge, but I mean that's still giving so much more coverage. And even just generally go in there, I mean just look how much thicker that is, and that can be a bit too much. You might want it a bit more like sort of subtle like that. So they're kind of the similar differences. So we'll dive a little bit further into our techniques. So next thing I've got is masking, which is a technique that I do all the time, I am aware, but I think these finger daubers are so great. I mean, I did that kind of superhero comic book Starburst one because like the other week, but you can get really, really nicely intricate because they are so much smaller than your blending sponges. So we'll just give that a quick wipe
when
down.
you're wanting to get into like smaller edges as well, it's really, really handy. And say you're wanting to use, because there's different types of masking, isn't there, as well?
Yeah,
which is
absolutely
obviously going to give you different effects as well.
Yeah, so we've got one of our like ready-made mask or for the love of mask, and then I've kind of done my own mask as well, which is kind of similar to the one that I did the other week, but we've done it more of a chevron pattern. So I think we're going to go with a nice kind of bright purple for this. So let's get our blackcurrant jam, just a super gorgeous classic purple there, and let's just grab the finger dauber for that. We'll get a nice bit of colour down, and then I've just simply measured out the halfway point. This is a 6x6, you might see the pencil line really, really faint, and we're just going to go in there, like you say, to get those really nice little neat bits and pieces. It's just so good. Like I would never go in like lines this skinny with my blending sponge ever.
You just wouldn't be able to, especially when you're wanting those sort of smaller lines as well. It just wouldn't be as clean as using these smaller daubers, because obviously they've got a smaller surface area. You can do so many awesome sort of techniques like this, and especially when you're using your masks as well, like Becca showed before. Those masks have got so much detail in.
Yeah.
You've got berries in there, you've got roses in there.
Yeah, we'll get that out in a second and demonstrate that. Yeah, exactly.
So you can pick out all of those points instead of just like colouring it in one colour, which you could only previously do with your bigger daubers.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. It's just getting that really nice, neat finish. So we'll just carry on, just going through this, and then we'll have a bit of a grand reveal. So again, and this is it. I know I've got that confidence to just go right on in there with these.
You've used like one colour here, but if you wanted to, because you've got that space in now, you could use a variety of different colours from your ink pads.
Oh, absolutely.
You know it's not going to sort of muddy into the other colours because you've got that space to work with.
Absolutely. Oh, 100%. And this is so easy, and you could do this in so many different ways. I mean, you could be getting that really tight picnic check gingham,
yes,
you know, which you'd never be able to do, like really with your big sponges. And you know, all of those kind of patterns. I mean, chevrons like this is not really a technique that I would use very often, but now we've got our finger daubers, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's make these really intricate backgrounds from scratch. So we're just going to go through the last two, and then, like I say, we'll see how that's looking, especially with our nice kind of white edges that we've got on here. Just can't believe how much pigment's in these shimmer inks as well. Again, you could do this as like an ombre as well. Okay, so I'm just going to deepen a couple of bits that are looking a bit pale. Again, you could just really, really spend some time on this. And then let's have a look where we're looking at that, and then we'll move on to our sort of mask here. So let me just quickly get the ink off my fingers, and then we'll just simply love this. Oh, honestly, there's something about getting the masking tape off, the low-tack tape. It's so satisfying. So we're just going to lift that up, and obviously you can see how sharp those lines are now. And again, there's just no sort of fear that, you know, you're going to have run over with your sponge or anything like that. So again, we'll just pop that down. And like I say, this is okay because obviously I've used the same colour, but if you were going to use different ones, you know, you'd really want to make sure that you weren't going anywhere, you know, that you didn't want to. So let's just lift the rest of this tape off. This is looking so sharp. Just stuck to the table a little bit here on this one. There we go. And again, just revealing that there. Okay. Get these two off.
It looks so cool,
Oh,
doesn't
don't
it?
they?
And if you could like, now have the opportunity as well, if you wanted to line up that tape on top of the place you've already inked.
And then you could do
use
this in a different colour. 100%, absolutely 100%. Okay, so that is how you can do really quick and easy backgrounds in sort of like, what, 5 minutes easily. And it just looks, like I say, it looks so sharp. So let's move on. Let's get our sort of ready-made mask. And like Natalie said, you know, you get a mask like this, you want to sort of make it look really dimensional. You want it to look, you know, you don't want red pine cones and green berries and all that kind of thing. So we're going to just get a little bit more low-tack tape. So I'm going to go with one a little bit thicker this time. I'll just tape it down in place.
Good morning to everyone who's joining us today. Lots of people loving that mega storage caddy.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
We've got so many comments about people having more than one as well, which I can 100% see why you would have more than one, because they are so fantastic. Loads of people guessing the Win It Weekly question as well, so good luck to everyone who has popped their answers into that one. We'll be announcing the winners tomorrow on the show.
Right, so obviously for this one we want to get nice and close in here, and we don't have to do the whole thing, we're just doing kind of techniques for this first demo, so we'll just sort of do a little bit. So we want to get nice and closely into that. Obviously we've run over a little bit, but it's so much less than what you would have if you were using your really large one. So let's go in now with a green. So let's get our evergreen. And then again, we'll go in and use some on these branches here.
It just allows you to create really beautiful effects like this that you wouldn't have been able to
Absolutely
really
not.
achieve before.
No, 100%. What else have we got? Let's go in with our roasted coffee for our pine cones. Absolutely no way. Again, I wonder if you know, my blending tool is kicking around. Look at, like I say, look at the size difference. It's crazy. There's no way you'd be able to get such a neat finish. So next we're going to go in on our pine cone, and again just gently brushing it over. Like I say, especially if you're using these shimmer ink pads, you're going to get that beautiful finish, and they're so pigmented that you can just be really gentle and let that colour sort of go around there. So then let's do a few more of our greens. So we're just going to do some of these sort of like Christmas tree branches on here, and then I'll probably swap back to the red to do that other flower. And then
you've obviously got your berries on there as well, which you can be colouring in. You've got your holly leaves, so you could select a different sort of green, so you're creating lots of different dimension on these patterns.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, let's go in with another green then, shall we? Shall we do like our holly in like a rainforest, a nice kind of deep green?
That would look nice.
Oh yeah, that's the perfect kind of holly green. So again, I'm going in, and I know that I don't want to touch my berries here, so I'm just gently brushing that colour on there, kind of getting it on the side as well with my finger, just like that. So we'll brush a few more in, and then again we'll move on and we'll do one last technique. And again, let's just finish off by popping, and again let's switch the colour out again. So we've used red chili, let's use like a red brick, like a more deeper sort of tone for these. So,
and the beauty of these as well is that we don't necessarily have to sort of you can just go over the sort of space, and that ink will soak in so well.
Oh, definitely.
To your sort of colour that you have in those areas.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, just very gently just pressing it down.
And then if you want to create more definition in certain areas, like on your flowers as well, you could go sort of into the centres with different colours to sort of make the centre more vibrant. There's honestly so many uses for these daubers, but it gives you such a a nicer look than only being able to sort of place one colour down.
Oh, 100%. So let's just sort of, I mean, just look at that. I mean, it's so great. Obviously, we've not even finished. To be fair, actually, that'd just be quite a nice sort of draping round. You'd put your sentiment there, and you could leave it at that if you wanted to.
Just a little border for the side of your card or across your card if you're going to cut into it.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. So again, like I'm going to leave that to one side because I'm definitely going to use that in a card. For sure. Right, let's finish our little last demo. So I've got one of, let's just get a bit more ink me. And I've got a little sneak peek coming up in the show, but I thought I have to demo this because it looks so good. I was really pleased with it. So let's use a bit of a smaller one. So let's do like a 4x6. And then I've got one of my dies here as well, so I'll use this little bit left over. I'm just going to cut this out. Have we got the mini around? Yeah, we do.
Is it in there?
Yeah, it's there. So I'm just going to put my die on to there, and I'm just going to cut it out in plain white. I should have probably bought like a masking sheet or some stickables.
Oh, so you could stick it down?
Yeah, so I'm just going to use it basically again as like a masking technique. Because like I say, you can obviously do all your blending, all of your backgrounds, anything like that, but just kind of like expanding it a little bit further, bringing your dyes in as well. So we'll just cut that out of plain white. And then this one I think will turn into a little card. So we've got that die there. And then just press that out. That's perfect. And like I said, these are coming up on the show, but couldn't resist bringing it in for a little sneak peek. So we've got our piece of ink me, and then we'll get some, I think we'll kind of do some rainbow colours with this. So we'll put our die in the centre, and again, we'll go in, have we got red chilli still out? Yeah, we do, perfect. So we'll start obviously with red chilli, and I'm just going to kind of hold it down, and just again, because these are so precise, I hardly even need to move. I can just lay it down and it's so good. Right, let's obviously go in with our yellow. So we're going to go in with canary yellow. Like these are some of the like OG colours.
These are, you can't get these anymore in your sort of like standard colours. We only actually do sell these colours now in our this sort of format in our shimmer ink pad. So it's crazy really to think that we had these in our other ones and you can only get them in this format. So if you had a colour that you absolutely loved, then by all means grab it now while you can in these colourways.
Yeah, get it in the shimmer finish. Honestly, it's so good to just revisit some old favourites. So again, we're going to go in with Orange Zest. And I'm just going to kind of hold that down. I'm just going to give it a little twist, and again, it just depends on how much like pressure you put down on there. I'm obviously putting quite a lot because my sentiment's like not really stuck down. Give me that green. Oh, a little rainforest. And I can sort of see how this is coming together because like I say, my die is moving, so you're getting a bit of a sneak peek of the reveal, but that's okay.
Yeah, if you wanted to make sure that die was sort of held in place, like Becca says, cutting this from your stickables.
Yeah, I really wish I'd brought that in.
And then sort of like lifting that stickables off would work really, really nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. Stickables or masking sheets. Like I say, I did try and have a little look for some before the show, but I just ran out of time. So let's go in with Blue Lagoon next. Again, that's really brighter than I was thinking. Let's just blend that down a little bit. And then let's go in last with our fabulous blackcurrant jam. So I've still got that out here.
This is the best purple colour.
Isn't it? Isn't it just? And again, we'll just kind of blend that out. If you don't want that harsh circle, just blend, blend, blend. And then let's do the review. Oh, I love that.
It looks really cool. I was wondering like how it was gonna like show up, but now you've got sort of the main images. Like you said, if you just want to lightly put like a lighter shadow around your colours, you absolutely can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not going to sort of bring anything out, but it's a really fun technique.
It really is actually.
So cool.
And that's obviously really random. I've just literally just lightly, gently pressed, almost to give it that kind of artistic splashes look. But instead of doing it with a water brush, just literally just get that excess pigment off, and you can see that little excess kind of pigment go onto your card.
How fun is that?
I know. So let's get this popped on a little card. So I'm going to bring in some black just to ground it all down, and I'm hoping that I've got my stamps with me as well. And then obviously once you're done, you've got this as well that you can use on another card.
I was just thinking then if you want to sort of make that word stand out even more, then you could go along with your fine liner and just go around the outside of your word. That would look really cool.
Oh, 100%. So let's get our... I think we might actually just need to trim this down a little bit. So we'll get a notch off each side. I know this is the thing with techniques. Like I want to show loads of techniques off, but then I also like to finish on a card. It's tricky. It's trying to get stuff in that everybody likes. So let's pop that on a little card, and then grab my double-sided tape. And we have got tape coming up on the show.
We always, in Super Savers.
It is the best time to get stocked up. So we'll pop that down on there. And again, just with some inks and a dye, it's so easy. So we'll put that down on there. And then let's see if I have got my stamps for this one. Yeah, I do. So let's just go with best wishes, just really simple. And then I'm going to just grab a bit of ink. In fact, what I might do as well is, I've got black in here.
I don't think there is a black in there.
I need
a little acrylic block.
Yeah, I forget these every time I come in. It's fine. To be honest, I can finish that whilst we go through the next part of the show if you want, and I'll have a little scoot around for one.
Try and find one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it then. So, next part of the show. Again, so much more to get through.
There's so much.
Gemstones, we have on an incredible 3 for 2. So all our £2.49 packs, and we have 56 choices of these gemstones. You can get these for, so they should be £7.47, but right now you can get any 3 for £4. So is that basically like buy two get one free? Yeah. Is that how it works out? How fun is that? And you can get that on all of our gemstones, not just our incredible sort of packs that we have in shimmer, glitter, our normal colours, our pearl colours, but that is also available on our gemstone rolls as well, which are awesome because you get over 1,000 gemstones on these incredible rolls too. So Diamond Sparkles gemstones, 3 for 2. Incredible saving. You're going to get so much included in here for just £4.98. So that's our first one. Next up, we have our clear display bags. Now these are awesome because if you're making to sell, these are going to be essential. So you can pop all your cards in with the envelopes all nice and clear with a price on the front, or if you wanted to do funner things like we've done shaker cards with these in the past, and they're super fun. So a variety of different sizes available to you. We've got 5x5, we've got DL, we've got 7x5, we've got 6x6. Something to note as well is that these bags are designed to fit our card blanks. So if you're wanting to buy these bags to work with card blanks you've used from another company, be aware that they might be a little tight when you're putting them in. But if you're someone who buys Hunky Dory Ink Me, there's no problems there, because we have made sure these fit our cards perfectly. So 8 different sizes to choose from, and they are 30% off. Have a look on the website for that one. We then have an envelope pack. I don't think I've got that one, Emma. Oh, are these them? I thought these were cards as well. Let me pop those to one side. We have envelope packs. So do you know when we're bringing you these card collections? And it's been a question that has been asked quite a few times on Hobby Maker recently. So when we bring you the Blockbuster, when you're going to get your decollage, lots of people have been saying, do you do envelopes with this kit? Am I going to receive the envelopes for this kit? We don't normally have envelopes in collections like that. We have them in other collections like card kits, but we don't have them in collections like that. So this is a great time to buy them, because we have our envelope packs from £3.39 and they're 25% off. So having these in your stash means that you've got an envelope for every card that you make. Again, you can get them in 5x5, 6x6, we've got DL, we've got A6, we've got 7x5, 6x6, we've got 7x7, we've got 8x8. There's all the different sizes you can think of, a range of different envelopes. You'll get those on the website. Then we have our incredible Essentials Miri tag pad. Ooh. Now this one is a whopping tag pad, because this works beautifully. You've got, if you're sort of like making tags this Christmas, this is something you need to add in your baskets. You're going to get 80 tags altogether, 40 gold, 40 silver, £4.99. It's already fit perfectly sized, and you have the gorgeous sort of die cut hole as well. So you just pop that out, thread it through, and you can either use these as mats and layers for other projects. Maybe you've got a tag pad die and you're sort of like cutting something out and you're wanting to place that on there, or maybe you're just wanting to add sort of like a word onto here, maybe some of our Holly Jolly embellishments as well. £4.99 for that one. And we also have our Essentials parchment tag pad. Now this is really special because it's exactly the same design and style, but this time instead of Ink Me or Miri, we've got it in our beautiful parchment. Again, you can stamp on this with your StazOn. You can do so much with these tags, but a really nice delicate touch. If you're someone who loves parchment work, then this is going to be really nice, because you can do your parch craft onto your tags and then use those at Christmas as well. £4.99 for them ones. Then we have your Craft Tidy. Now we've not had this for a really long time. This one has come back in stock recently, and everyone uses them here at Hunky Dory. Becca's got all of her bits and pieces in them. Yeah. Anne-Marie uses hers for her pens, so she's always got them sort of on the go when she's crafting. This is £4.99, and not just for crafting. This is epic for around the house. Maybe you want to organize all your cleaning things, so then you can just take it and get it away. Again, for tools, it's really, really handy. We've often talked about taking these to like movie nights. Yeah. So you've got space for a drink in both, popcorn and sweets in the other. Always thinking about snacks here at Hunky Dory.
Always.
£4.99. Beautiful purple with our Hunky Dory logo. Definitely add that in your baskets. And then we have 2 stamps for you. These gorgeous Christmas selections. I didn't even know these still existed. These are phenomenal stamp sets. For the love of stamps, Christmas wreath we're going to look at first. And you have a gorgeous stamp here. It's huge. You're going to get that really nice sort of French script. We've got your Noel and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. You've got the really nice sort of corner element there as well, and one of those beautiful candles which you can layer up. But this is a phenomenal stamp. Should be £5, now half price, and I'm guessing the other one's going to go exactly the same way. This is your rosy foliage border. It's a gorgeous stamp again. Works really nicely together. Your season's greetings, peace and joy. You've got baubles in here, you've got candy canes, you've got another sort of corner piece, and then you've got those 2 edges which are split and make the most stunning cards. So £5.99 if you want to get your hands on that one. Okay, Bax, we're coming right back to you.
Perfect. So I just decided to just simply finish that with a little bit of scripty in there, because I just couldn't find a block and it didn't seem to warrant getting that out. So I just literally 10 seconds put best wishes on there. And again, with those gemstones on 3 for 2. Again, you could be getting your rainbow effect in with there. So we're going to do some more sort of stamping and colouring and bits and pieces. We're going to go in with that amazing stamp. So let's get some bits and pieces down for this. So we're going to go in with some nice cream Matastic. Again, I was trying out a few things this morning and it just looked so cozy and warm on our cream Matastic.
I agree.
So let's cut that down, and then that is gonna be a card at a later stage for sure. That rainbow on that black, I'm absolutely loving that. So, and we're just gonna gently pop this to one side, because like I say, that is definitely going to be another card. Right, so 7 by 7, let's go in with that. And let's go this side. You do want it on a nice big card, actually. It's quite a showstopper of a stamp. So we're going in with our Christmas rose wreath, which is this one. And like I say, you'll see that I've already took that off. So we're going to stamp that now. So it's already on my press. So just grab some glue roll to just have a quick tidy up. And then we'll get going with this. My goodness. Perfect. Right. Cardstock in. Obviously it's 7 by 7, so it will hang over very slightly, but it's absolutely fine. Our Hunky Dory press, it doesn't close round like a lid, so you're absolutely fine to put your bigger pieces of cardstock on there. And then we'll move our magnet very slightly. In fact, we'll just move the whole stamp. Because I have got one ahead of time, of course, just because it is quite a beautiful stamp to colour.
So are you colouring it and cutting it out?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to do an aperture, I think, in the centre.
Cute.
We haven't, that's TBC though, I've not got that far. But I think it should, I think I want it to be an aperture.
So you're going to fussy cut out the middle bit?
Yeah. Yeah, and then like have my sentiment underneath. I think that's going to look really good. Like I say, I haven't actually decided. You guys are coming along for the ride with this one. So we'll get that laid down. Already actually a bit of ink on there, but that should be absolutely fine. Because the good thing about the stamping press is that your cardstock stays nice and secure. So we'll get all of that done in our memento. We'll just go round and round and round a couple of times, getting into those gorgeous little, there's so much detail in here. There's holly, there's roses, there's baubles, candy canes, all sort of dusted with this gorgeous starlight. It'd look beautiful heat embossed as well. Magnificent, absolutely magnificent. So let's get that on there. Let's see how that's done. Yeah, that's done all right. Let's go in with another little quick coat and then we'll get colouring.
We've got lots of questions about back in stock items. We have one question about our printable insert paper, when that's going to be back in stock. I'm not sure, but we will definitely ask when we come out of the office. We'll ask Magda, who's in charge of things like that, and see if we can get that back in for you, Elaine. We have a question about the trimmer blades. I've seen that one. Trimmer blades are going to be here around autumn, so we should have had them a little bit sooner, but we have come into a little bit of a problem with that, so it is going to be autumn time that they come back in stock. And I know it's very frustrating, and don't you worry, you are not.
I didn't actually know they were out of stock until about a week ago.
Really? They've been out of stock since like the minute they came in?
For 2 weeks, Emily. 2 weeks they were here and they went out of stock. 2 weeks. So it's going to be autumn now by the time they come back in. And honestly, we are as frustrated as you.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
So we feel the same way. Honestly, we can, all we can do is apologise, but they will be here in sort of like August.
Are we ready to do a little
Let's
two
do
this with you? Doesn't that look so great with like just a little bit of colouring? This sort of took me about 15 minutes if you want an idea of time.
There's lots of different branches though, isn't it? So it's specific colours
Yeah.
you're going to be using. And with stamps like this, I always like to go around and do one set of leaves and then another set of leaves.
Yeah,
and
that's
then other
it.
bits and pieces and build it up.
That's exactly what I did. Like, I did sort of the eucalyptusy one in the paler, then I did the holly, then I did the little berries, then I did the roses. So we're going to carry on and finish that. So let's kind of go. There's still plenty to do. So I'm just going to carry on colouring whilst Nat finishes a little stock updates. So just brushing that colour around. We're going in with our craft markers. But yeah, we can't wait. I can't believe they're... I genuinely think we must... How long did we have them in for? Hardly any time at all.
It was 2 weeks.
2 weeks, sorry. Yeah, you did say, yeah, 2 weeks. Wow.
Yep.
Hopefully, when they did come in, you bought a couple of packs to keep you going.
Hopefully they'll be here just in time for Halloween so we can get them on a spooktacular savings deal.
I think so.
I hope he's ordered triple the amount.
I hope he's
I
ordered
do.
10 times the amount this time. And yes, we are referring to Dan, so if you'd like to send personal complaints about why we don't have trimmer blades, you know who to...
He's the man.
You know who to contact.
Right, I'm just literally seeing if I've missed any more leaves just whilst... So let's go in with our berries next. In fact, we'll do those really dark. I've got 538 somewhere here. Here we go. Yeah, it is so frustrating, isn't it? There's just nothing you can do with these things, with these shipments and whatnot. So I'm just gently kind of dabbing that around just to get those berries in place. Just a few more leaves there as well.
Who's already been purchasing in our Super Savers. I bet there's loads of people who was on our website first thing this morning having a look at what was on the website for you to get. Let us know what you've already ordered if you have done. It's absolutely incredible the amount of products we've got, and we've still got so many more amazing things to come, so stay tuned with us as well for little sneak peeks of those.
Yeah, I think so. We've got some really nice deals in this time. So I'm just going to go in with a more neutral colour for these little cloves. They're so cute. And then I feel like I've spotted, there we go. Just going round and round the wreath, like seeing what you can find. So, got my browns. Just here, there we go. I'm just going in with that pine cone there that you can just spot. We've got kind of a little rosebud here, so I'm going to go in there with the red.
It's a gorgeous stamp to get really lost into with your colouring as well. Whether you're using your craft markers, your pencils, or your brush markers, you're going to have such a good time colouring all these
I
pictures.
think so. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's just so nice, and it's just so iconically Christmassy, and you get all the bits and pieces to do. You know, you're not going to just stamp this out and think, right, how do I finish it? You get all the extra bits and pieces to be able to really finish this off in absolute style. So let's go in next with our little, what colour these in? I'm not kind of sure, but if in doubt, let's go with red. And then we just want to kind of finish. I think all I've got left now is I've got a couple of leaves over here. And then some, again, we'll just pop these. In fact, I'll colour those in as leaves. I think they might be berries, but I think we can get away with those as leaves. And then it's just our baubles. So again, I'm going to go in with that 538, that really deep kind of raspberry. If I go in with my 513 first, and then I can sort of shade over it. So I'm going to put these stripes in, and then like nice little candy cane stripes on here, and then just give that a little bit of a go over with our sort of more raspberry colour. Cool. And then if I go in with that 543 again, it's sort of like this nice pale brown colour, so we'll go in with that.
It's a really traditional look, this one as well. I think stamping it onto your Mattastic cardstock allows you to bring in that vintage feel even more as well.
Oh, 100%. That's it. I just knew that it was the right choice. And then again, it just doesn't look quite as stark. It gives it that more rustic feel. I could imagine this looking really nice on craft card as well. Right, so let's finish this card off. So yeah, I think I'm gonna like fussy cut a cent. Let's have it this way as well. Craft knife, here we go. I'm just going to dive in, I think.
I think that's the only way you can do it with a die like this. I think stamp like this, sorry. It's always really nice when you've got all of these details as well, because it kind of sometimes makes it easier for you to fussy cut from. Of course, if you just want it to be a circle in the centre, that will definitely have a nesting die that will fit in there as well. If you're someone who's not super comfortable with all of that fussy cutting.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. But it is so random. I'm kind of not really following it. I'm sort of doing that white edge look that you often see us do with fussy cutting, just so that I can sort of just curve around this shape. And I can always sort of, once I've got my main aperture cut out, I can sort of scoot round and finish up any little details that I'm not happy with. So carry on just going around here. And then kind of don't want to miss this starlight. Oh, see, I'm quite happy with that.
That looks really cool.
Just going to neaten up a bit of these edges, just to again make them stand out a little bit more. Like this one's maybe a little bit pointy here. So I'm just going to kind of curve that round. Okay, cool. And then I think I'm going to, yeah, now I don't know what to put underneath it. So I'll finish off my stamping whilst I sort of christen what I'm going to do with that. And I'm going to go in with these candles at the bottom. And then I know I definitely want my sentiment inside there as well. Let's grab that script as well, I think. So that's going to sort of go in the centre. I might need to fussy cut just a little bit more, unless we have it. Yeah, we can kind of centre it so that that'll work. So I'm going to have a couple of candles just on there. So I'm going to have to bring my stamping press back in for that. But that's absolutely fine. So we'll just grab that really big one off and put our candles on. Can't believe I didn't bring any blocks. I love using blocks for little stamps like this. So we'll just put them in this kind of corner, and we'll have them at alternating heights, and we'll go in with Memento as well, because we want it obviously to be all the same finish. So we'll just pop some of those candles just down there. I'm half now thinking parchment with a bit of but I'll have to swap to stays on. I don't know, what do you think I should put underneath?
Do you have any like red that would match?
Oh, red might look really nice actually.
Red that would match the image.
Yeah, I'm sure we could get some. I think there's some Matte-tastic down here.
Lots of people got their orders in. Susan says I might have to have the stamp set.
Yes.
Michelle says I've ordered storage boxes and the inks. Susan also says this doesn't have to be for Christmas. It absolutely does not. It's
I don't
just
think
a
so.
beautiful wreath. Depending on how you colour it in, it's perfect for any time of the year, isn't it? Which is the beauty of stamps, really. Viv says I've ordered the storage boxes. Every time I order, I try and keep some order at home. Well, that's what they're there for tidying all your bits and pieces.
They make us feel organised, don't they?
Yeah. Myra says it would be really nice for Halloween as well. Absolutely. You could colour that in sort of like your oranges and your blacks and your purples.
Especially. You could do these candles in like a nice kind of creepy grey. For sure. It would be a great Halloween one. And then let's get some candle wax kind of colour. Oh, that's perfect. I was not expecting to be as happy with that colour choice. So this is 550, our oatmeal one. And let's go in with my chisel tip as well. Oh, are you finding me some cardstock now?
I'm trying to find you a red. I think that one's probably the best
That'll
match.
do, that'll be perfect. And then we'll just have a little bit of shading on our candles.
Sue says, I've ordered the Jebstos storage boxes and the cellophane bags.
Oh yes.
Always the best time to stock up on those things we know we are going to use.
Oh, all the time. 100%. Oh, let's go in with this. So, as well, I was just thinking when you were going through those bags, even if you're not making to sell, if you're Christmas crafting right now, you know, it's still on the calendar, it's still, you know, 6 months away, isn't it?
Yeah.
5. And they're just going to be so good to keep them clean and tidy and all put away. Like, it just keeps them really nice and neat until like the big day when you're ready to send them.
Really good for keeping your bits and pieces of decollage in as well. So if you want to sort of cut your decollage or pop all those pieces out, if you've got our decoupage books and you're having to fussy cut all of those layers out, it's great to be able to keep them all organised, and you can pop them in a little storage box or a storage case when they're done, so you can just pop them out and make them up when it comes time to making those cards. There's loads of different ways in which you can use it.
Oh, definitely. They're just so handy. Right, let's snip a little bit off here so that we can give ourselves a little mat and layer, and then we'll pop our red underneath. Yeah, I've already cut that down. That's perfect. Right, so we're going with foam pads on here, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. But before we do, I'm just going to ink the edge just very slightly, again, just to give it a more rustic kind of feel. So I'm going to go in with one of our favourite finger daubers, of course, and then I'm just going to see if I've got, let's go in with this nice maybe wild mushroom, but I know which one I'm looking for.
You're looking for the butterscotch?
Yeah. This one is my favourite colour. I'm definitely going to restock on this one. Just gently, just give it that bit of a distressed finish. But still, it's going to be so glam because it's going to have that really nice subtle shimmer in it. Isn't it gorgeous?
It makes it look so much more vintage. You get that really nice pop of colour.
Yeah, absolutely, and it does make it kind of a bit more like candle lit look. Let's put a little bit above those candles as well. There we go. Okay, so now that's all sorted, we can pop that onto our card. We're going to stamp our sentiment though, first of all. So I'm just going to...
You just need to mark it, don't you?
Literally just mark it.
Get it in.
Get it in place.
Properly.
I mean, obviously I could kind of just put it down now, sort of there. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I love the typography on that as well. I'm just going to hold that in place there and then bring the stamping press back in. This is like my partner in crime today.
It is an absolute essential.
It is. So we'll pop this on here. Get my little candle stamp off.
Stamping press is actually included in the diamond deals, which we still have running till the end of the month.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your hands on the stamping press, maybe you love these stamps, but you're thinking there's no way I can do that with an acrylic block, or stamping's maybe something you want to get into, and those stamps are on such a good deal that you just want to add them into your baskets, and they can be sort of like your way into stamping. Then grab this stamping press if you can, because it saves so much time and effort, and actually gives you so much more confidence as well in your ability to stamp. So it is such a perfect tool to have in your stash.
I think so. And again, like you say, if you're a diamond member and you're getting these stamps because why not, they're a £5, I'd be getting that stamping press as well. Like you say, it's just going to make you finish so much better. So I've just gone in there with that twice. I do like to go in twice with Memento just because it's kind of not got the same pigment as VersaFine. So, oh yeah, that's so good.
We've got a lot of people saying, I love the deals. I just wish they were I would just wish they were on next week so that we could get them on payday. Would you like a super secret? So payday, if you're like us, payday will be next Monday. Super inside secret is that if a deal ends on Sunday, it tends to end when someone comes in first thing on Monday morning.
You might just
so
be
if
lucky.
You're up and on the website by sort of like 6:30,
7 maybe,
7, then there's chances that you'll still be able to get some of these offers. So a little insider sneaky, you might be very lucky and still be able to catch some of these deals if you get up super early on Monday morning. So there you go, Carol. Make sure that you have your alarm set super early on Monday just to grab these deals.
Oh, 100%. Are our pearl gemstones on the 3 for 2?
Yep, all our
All of
gemstones,
them.
all our gemstones, pearls, shimmer, glitter, our classic original gemstones and those gemstone rolls you can get 3 for 2 on this deal.
Right, well, let's pop 1 or 2 of these in then. So I'm just going with our gold. And again, you could be blinging up this wreath round here, whatever you want to do. Let's just pop that one. In fact, no, I hate it there. There we go. Right, let's grab that onto a card blank and then we're done. Absolutely done. So I'm just going to chuck that on a... Oh gosh, that's huge. I don't think we've got any 7x7s. Let me just trim this one down.
Loads more deals coming up in the third part of the show. We're going to get into our adhesives.
Yay!
We've got some dyes as well, which are absolutely incredible on the offer that we have those on. So make, oh my goodness, I've just seen the price of that duo colour paper pads. What a deal. Wow, you are not going to want to miss out on these, the next few minutes going through these deals.
So good, aren't they? I absolutely love Super Savers. I'm
so much love for your card, Rebecca. Viv says the red has made it pop and look even better than standing alone. Viv says the card looks amazing. And Janie says, brilliant looking card. So beautifully coloured.
Oh, thank you.
Gives it such a beautiful vintage feel, doesn't it?
It's so vintage. It just is screaming out for those beautiful, beautiful tones. Those creams, those browns, those rustic reds. Yeah.
Loads of love for that one.
Thank you.
Before we get to the third part of the show, though, let's have a look at our Win It Weekly question. Because this week you're going to be in the chat with the chance of winning our storage case. It's perfect for your gemstones, for your stamps, for your moonstone dies, little books, mirror mats, absolutely everything. If you want to get your hands on this, though, you need to answer this question. What is the highest price a Barbie has ever sold for? Is it A, $122,755? Is it B, $302,500? Or is it C, $189,000? Lots of dollars there. But if you want to win this, get your answers in, and tomorrow we will be announcing the winners. Okay, time to get sticky, starting with our ultra high tack tape. I love this deal. It's my favorite one we ever do, and if you are like me, you will only ever get high tack tape during this time, because we are giving you a huge deal here. You're going to get 10 rolls. You're going to get 5 rolls of your 5mm, and you're going to get 5 rolls of your 5 rolls of your 5mm. You're going to get 5 rolls of your 6mm and 5 rolls of your 3mm. That's 10 rolls altogether. Should be £20, but you're getting it for £9.99. And I'm sure that we have looked at this previously in the past, and you get about 5 meters on each, so you get 50 meters of high tack tape here. Absolutely awesome, and so necessary in your crafting. Next up, we're looking at your glue dots. Now, I love glue dots. Normally we do this as a 60 sheets. You normally get 6.
Yeah.
We never normally do it at 10 though. So for this price of £9.99, you are going to get 1,000 self-adhesive glue dots. Absolutely awesome. We love our glue dots here. They are so useful around the house as well. £9.99 to get your hands on this. This is the time to stock up on these deals. And then, if you thought we were finished with our sticky stuff, we're not. We're moving on to our craft glue sticks. Now, these are absolutely awesome. Another favourite of all of our Hunky Dory fans here. Purple glue sticks, goes on purple, dries clear. You are going to get all of these glue sticks, 12. Look at that price. £5.94 for 12 of these awesome glue sticks. That's incredible. But we're not finished. No, we are not. My favourite ever tape is our finger lift tape. It's something that I say is so helpful to all of our crafters because you've got the backing of the tape is bigger than your actual tape, so it's super, super handy to take off. This tape is a huge 33. There's 33 meters of tape on a roll. You're going to get 10 of those, so that's 330 meters of tape for £8.75. Absolutely another whopping deal. Then we have, of course, every single time we do our Super Savers, we do this deal. We have our mega buy. Is this just on Circles this time? Really? This time, Circles is in the limelight. You can get 16 sheets of these incredible circles, £8 for those, and there's so many circles that you get included. And also what's really handy is that when you've used all your circles, you've still got your whole sheet, so you can trim that down and use it as well. £8 to get your hands on those. Moving on to the good stuff though. Duo colour paper pads. If you are a paper pad lover, if you love using our Duo design paper pads, then you'll know how essential these are for making quick cards, for matting and layering, and because it's on 150 silk satin paper, you know you're going to get that professional finish as well. You get 2 different colorways in each pad. That one is your yellow and greens, then we have your reds and oranges, we have your pinks and purples, and we also have your blues and greens. What I love about this is that it's very different from sort of like a Durable Scorable where we've just got 3 types of blues, where we've just got a selection of like 2 greys to work with. You have every single tone that you can possibly think of. And when you're using a collection where the colour is very, very specific, these come in so handy. So £4.99 per pad right now, you can get these pads for. So you can pay for all of the pads and you're going to save yourself a whopping £20 by getting them in this deal. So £4.99 each. Maybe you've got one that you absolutely love. Mine would be the reds and oranges. So grab your hands on these before they sell out. And finally, our Moonstone dies. Now these are our favourite Moonstone dies. We talk about this so much here at Hunky Dory. It's our Moonstone Combos dies. So in these dies, you get a large die set and you're coordinating stamps to run through them. So we've got those in thanks, we've got wishes, we've got love, you're going to get your congratulations. You could choose your happy or maybe your hugs. Maybe you've bought these when they've been on offer and you're missing some of them and you want to stock them up. Or maybe you're thinking of Christmas gifts. Now this is a perfect Christmas crafty gift. Just £6.99 to get your hands on those, and what an absolutely awesome array of stamps and dies we have as well. So get on the website, having a look at all of our deals today, and remember that with every single order you place, you are still going to get your hands on the incredible Holly Jolly Christmas element sheets. 50 elements in total you're going to receive here, and they are going to work so well with some of the things that we have on offer today. These aren't self-adhesive. We did have a question the other week from someone ringing up asking that she couldn't get the backings off these. They aren't self-adhesive, they are just like regular sheets like we do with our decollage. You can just pop these out, add your adhesives to them, but they come free with every single order you place, so get your orders in. We have time for one last demo.
Woo!
Before we leave you for the day. So Bex, what have you got planned?
To be honest, I haven't really got anything planned for this one, so I think we're going to make a little box with our tag pad, our combo dies.
Okay, cool.
Why not, you know? So we're going to grab some tags and we're going to grab some gold mirror and just kind of see where this goes. So I think I'm going to go with, now I was thinking this tag here, this was my thinking behind it, is about, what are we at, 3 1/4, just over, pretty much bob on actually, 3 1/4. So I was thinking, if we do that, we obviously want the centre to be 3 1/4, and then we'll add 2 inches round the side. So do it at 7 1/4 here. And that should give us a nice little box. We're going to just put 2 tags around it, tie it with a bow and finish. She says, just as easy as pie. So let's just cut our mirror down. And then
So much love for our adhesives here. Many people saying they love the red liner tape. They love the glue dots because they're so handy. Viv says I use them to put up birthday decorations from my dad's party last Sunday. They
they're
are
so
super
good for
strong.
that.
They're really good for bits and pieces like that. And also if you're sort of like gifting something and you've made a really nice gift box and maybe it's got an aperture in it, and you don't want those pieces moving around, maybe it's like handmade fudge that you've wrapped up, or maybe it's bits and pieces like that, or maybe you've been jewellery making recently, so you want to pop that in a box. Just stick a little glue dot on the side and then place your piece in the centre, and it's not going to move around, so it'll stay really nicely in that aperture.
Yeah, no, that's such a good idea, isn't it? So I'm just cutting, I've just done a box base.
What size are we going for?
3 1/4.
Nice.
With some nice deep sides. We've done those about 2 inch. We've done those to 2 inches. So I'm just cutting my little box into little wedges so that we can get all of that taped up. I'm going to need my high tack tape, of course, to ensure that stays in place absolutely perfectly. You don't have to use Miri on this. I just kind of wanted to because I knew that we had the tag pad in stock. So I thought I'll bring it all together. Let's just snip that off as well. Perfect. Okay, so let's see if I've got some. My craft tidy honestly is such a mess today. It's horrendous. It's not normally this bad. So I'm just going to give my scores just a really nice gentle burnish because I have used Miri and therefore scored on the opposite side. So we'll give everything a nice good crease.
Just make sure your boxes sit so much more nicer,
doesn't
when
it?
you go over them all. It's a really important part, I think, to any sort of 3D construction work, is to just go over all of those edges, make sure that you're keeping them nice and tight, and it just brings everything together so nicely.
It's just that extra finishing touch, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Just makes it sit so much nicer. So we'll grab our little tape here. I'm going to go in with our thicker one because obviously we've got nice big sides to get down. Yeah. And then just find the end here. Perfect. And then just a couple of pieces on each side. It's super easy. You guys have seen us make boxes loads of times before, but it never gets old, does it, box making? You still see it come together and you're like, oh yeah, it's so pretty. So just going around, like I say, ultra high tack tape for this job as always. £9.99, I can't get over that price.
I know.
Incredible.
You just get so much included.
Yeah, you do, absolutely. 5 rolls, it's going to last you ages, especially if you do a lot of box making. Like, I've gone quite to town on this by putting 2 pieces on each tab, and that's a brand new roll and I've still barely even touched it.
They last a really long time, your red liner tapes. Of course, you only necessarily need them for 3D box making, but when you've got them, it's so handy.
Oh, definitely, 100%. And just anything really, like I like to use it on like acetate for a bit of a clearer finish. Just so nice, and you just don't need a lot of it because it is so strong.
Yes.
So we're just going to tightly put these corners up here. And then just going to take my other sides off here. I've got that little blue thing on.
Super handy trick for if you're taking red liner tape off and you know when it gets dead staticky and it sticks to you. Just rub your hands with your anti-static bag.
Yeah, such a good tip. Especially like when the weather was warm as well. It was such a good tip that to get all that, just because it is just static, isn't it, that does that. And again, just going in with my pokey tool. Just to peel that off. There we go. So we'll get these edges, these last 2 edges done. And then you can feel that grab, it's so satisfying. and then just the last one on there. So that should be a nice kind of, yay. I think, I know that you love this box as well, Nat, don't you, with the tag?
Yeah.
Such a good one because it comes together in absolute minutes.
It's really easy.
So we're going to go in with our gold mirror one, and then just to soften it down, I'm going to go with a parchment one on the top.
Okay.
Just to, you know, just be a little bit luxe.
Add an extra little element to it.
Why not? Obviously you don't have to, you can just go straight away with your gold. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, like I say, I know we've only got a few minutes at the end of the show. So I'm just going to cut out one of those combo words in the gold mirror and have that on the parchment to bring it back in.
Such a great little box to make for little treats as well. Perfect for Christmas when we're sort of making mince pies, when we're doing little sweet sugar cookies, things like that.
Yeah, you get your little miniatures in there are a great size.
Yeah.
You know, little wee dram or a little bit of Baileys. Just bringing it to booze, why not? I think Congratulations is going to be way too big, but it's the one I really like. I could cut it down and have Congrats, actually.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
You can always piece it back together, can't you? Which I love with the Congratulations is that it is such a gorgeous font that if Congratulations is too big, you can just trim it down and then add your S back in.
Yep.
And it works so well.
It's such a great technique, isn't it?
I can't believe these are this price.
What, $6.99?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. And just, I mean, flipping it, we use these all the time. I couldn't ever see myself being without them. Let's get this. Oh, we can just about get this in the mini machine. So it's a beautiful, soft, kind of like loopy font, this one. It is gorgeous. So we'll go in with that. It's going to look so nice on that glitzy, shiny mirror. And then one more pass, just for good measure. It probably doesn't need it. Beautiful. And then we'll just pop, yeah, that's cut absolutely wonderfully for me. So just peel that off, and then, like I say, we'll bring our tags back in. If I was doing this at home, I'd probably cut that out twice and have one on the front and one on the back. But I'll just do the front, and then you can get the idea. You just repeat the same process. We'll get our little weeds out with our pokey tool. There's just a couple on here. And like I say, that's going to be far too big. So we're going to chop that down just really nicely. And then we'll cut that as well. And then we'll just really gently cut off our S, and we'll leave some of that.
You need that little extra taily bit, don't
that
you?
tail
so you can
there.
join it together really nice.
Just makes it look a little bit more natural. So we'll have that on there, and I think I am going to stamp with these as well, because I know it was a bit of a shame that I didn't bring them in for the first little finger daubers demo. So we'll just have a very quick wipe down and just pop our sentiment on. Now, like Natalie said, when you're going onto parchment, you do need your stays on, which I have brought. We've got one in the studio. So just give that a quick wipe, and then we don't get any memento on there. And then we can just pop something on, because it's just going to fill that little bit more space as well. So we've got oh my goodness, we've got so many. We've got Congrats, so proud of you. Congrats, you did it.
You should use Congrats, you passed.
You passed?
Yeah.
What, for like exam season?
No, for your nephew.
Oh yeah, my nephew Josh, he passed his driving test yesterday. I am so proud of him.
And then you can fill it with some fun stuff and give it to him.
Yeah, he'll like this actually. Yeah, let's do that. I'll do a little present for my nephew, because I just don't treat him enough.
So much love for the projects in here as well. Diane says, oh, I didn't know that there was a parchment tag pad. Where have I been? Where have you been? It's an absolutely awesome addition to our tag pad collection that we have here now at Hunky Dory. Loads and loads of love for those dies as well. Elaine says, do you sell the folder for the Gemini Mini, please? We absolutely do. If you just pop in Gemini on the website, it'll bring up all of our Crafters Companions Gemini products, but we do have our mini folders, and I think you get a set of 3 as well, which is really good.
Oh yeah, they're so handy that they come in, because I mean we use them like absolute billio, don't we? We're always using the mini.
Yeah.
So we've got UPast on there, and then we'll just glue our sentiment to it. And I'm just going to have that. Let's go in.
It's going to work really good with your purple glue stick.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Again, these were out. Do you remember when they were out of stock for
so
ages?
So long.
Let's just pop that in. Sorry, that's just me working out the dimensions for my box. Yeah, they were, weren't they? And they are now back in stock. And again, if you have never used them, you get them in your life, you wonder what you did without them. They're so handy for little dies like this. Obviously, you can use your white glue or your construction glue, but this is just so good.
Or your stickables is perfect for this as well.
Yeah, stickables, 100%.
Got your stickables. I'm going to have to stock up the craft room and just have some gold and silvers in just for times like this.
Just for everything, every occasion. I love doing stuff like this. It's such a celebratory colour, isn't it, gold? I always use gold for stuff like this. So we'll just put that little T on there. Amazing. And then we will stick. Just got a little bit of purple glue on there, but it's okay because it does dry clear. You're not going to see that when we're finished. So I'm just going to put some tape on the sides here. And again, I think I'm just going to go in with that red liner tape just because it's just to hand and I know that it's going to be nice and secure. So I'll put that on the front and back of my box. And then we'll get those and as well.
We've got another question as well. Diane says, do you ladies recommend the Gemini 2? I'm torn between that and a different similar one.
I really like the Gemini 2.
We really like the Gemini 2. It's I wouldn't say it's much different from the other Gemini. The only thing is that you've got those nice like plates.
Yeah.
Not plates, like beds that fold down.
Fold out, yeah.
So that instead of like when you put your plates through and it like falls out the back if you're busy doing something else, it holds it there. So I think that's a really nice positive thing that they've added to your machine this time. So I would definitely recommend it. It's completely down to you, isn't it?
Yeah, die cutting machines is a personal choice. I mean, I quite like for like manual machines, like the medium ones. I like the MIDI, and you like your Big Shot, don't you? It's just one of those things.
Yeah. I think I like the Big Shot because the plates are a bit more sturdier.
Yeah.
And because it's just on my side of the desk, so I just use it all the time because it's there instead of having to get up because I'm just lazy. But every sort of like person has their own preferences and choices.
Yeah.
It's all sort of like personal preference at the end of the day. But I do like the Gemini 2. I really wish that the Gemporia would come back in stock as well, because
that's
if
one
I was
of my
going to recommend one
favourites.
to you, I would tell you to get that one because
Yeah.
it's really good.
That is one of my absolute favourites, the Gemporia one. That's the one that lives in our sort of main craft room outside the studio. Just going to grab some ribbon.
The Big Shot's a hand one, it's the Sizzix one. But it is very handy. Handy to have around. It's a little bit more space consuming, so if you've not got much space, then 100% go for a MIDI. But they all have their pros and cons.
They do. We know some of you guys have like 3 or 4 machines like on the go. They do all have different jobs. So I'm not going to glue that parchment. I'm just going to kind of secure it in place with the ribbon, which I think will be absolutely fine because my Miri tag's taped down on that box. So we're going to put our ribbon through here. Just gently go to that kind of halfway point. You can put obviously tags all around the side, put some acetate around it, whatever you want to do. And then I'm just trying to get this ribbon nice and neat. I've probably left it a bit too long. There we go. Oh, they look so cute. All finished in a little bow.
Anne says, now that's a box I think I'll be adapting for the Christmas dinner table.
Oh, yeah.
Anne, you're going to have to tell us what you'll be doing with that.
Absolutely. Oh, it's a table present box. Like I say, you just have a little bit of fudge, maybe some celebrations and little miniature Baileys in there. Oh my goodness. And again, I think that'd probably cost you, what, about a £5? Maybe a £10 if you're going for a little miniature.
Really good plan, like you say, for like a miniature, and then like chocolates or a little tiny gift for teachers as well.
Yeah, the only reason why I didn't do it more teachery is because I know that schools have just broke up, so you might have already kind of done that, but it's perfect for Christmas
really nice
ones.
for those sort of like little occasions where you don't want to sort of do too much, but it fits quite a nice amount of things in.
Yeah, absolutely. And
perfect.
Then like so nice to just finish off the show.
Okay, well, that's all we've got time for today, but we have so much more coming up. Pauline is on Hobby Maker today. She's got a nice Christmas crafty roundup. She is going to be with you at 3, 5 and 7. She's going to have a look at our Frosty Friends. We've got a Moonstone catch-up where she's going to be going through all our Moonstone Christmas launches we've already done, and our Season's Greetings decollage again at 7 p.m. We know how much Pauline loves our decollage, so make sure you're tuned in for that one. And then grab your club gifts, because myself and Anne-Marie are going to be here tomorrow, and we're going to be doing our club gift craft along. If you haven't already, check out the Facebook page for all the things that you will need to be able to make the projects that we're doing in that show. Have a lovely rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.